Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trails in the Sky, the third. It's me, your host, Logic Blade, and we're back after a little one-day hiatus. I did some grinding last night, and then I realized, you know what? I'm feeling a bit too tired to do a whole stream, so I conked out, and then I missed my chance. So, whatever. Last time around, we went through the Phantasma Battlestar channel, which had been replaced all its sewer water with lava water. That wasn't very nice of them. So yeah, luckily for us, that was dealt with promptly, and now that we've cleared the Battlestar channel, unsealed Analase from the stone, we can continue on with the exploration of the training grounds here. So leave from the local lodge, and you can head to the next destination, Saint Croix Forest. Croix? Saint Croix. It looks like autumn is hit, judging by the colors of the trees here. Oh, right, these are coniferous trees. That doesn't make any sense for them to be, autumn colors at all. No, definitely something off. I mean, we are in a crazy dream world, crazy shadow world. I can't claim to know the details of the makeup of this place, but it is certainly not typical, to say the least. Anyway, we're just going to go on our merry way and pick up some treasures. But we'll check out this little pathway first, because it leads us to a moon door. So we'll need Estelle and Joshua for this door. As we're still waiting to pick up Estelle, we're gonna have to hold off on this one for a while yet. Take a dip in the water here. Pick up the treasure chest here. Some ice cream. Oh right, I still don't have a cloak quartz on Kevin. Especially since I need to grind some fights up for reasons.
That's that.
I should probably be close enough now to the 100 battles I need, so I can do that Grancel door at any time. But I'd rather do some more story first before doing some doors. Set a nice expectation of what to expect. Yeah, there's a second chest here. A sludgy cookie. Ugh. What's with all these menu items being so gross sounding? It looks like a weapon for Chloe or Julia. Not that it'll help us. We've already got our best weapons. But it's nice of them to offer it to us.
Enjoy the show.
Enemies are still only giving us 1 experience, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference how many of these enemies we fight. Apparently Shining Palms spawn here, but that doesn't matter. What the hell? Is that Gilbert again? Yeah, it does. Oh, Gilbert. This isn't good. I didn't mean any harm, I swear! I'll never do anything like that ever, ever, ever again, so please, please spare my pitiful life. Gosh just loves bringing us together, huh? I'm saved! My saviors, please help me! Do we even have a choice? I don't want his death on my conscience any more than you do, so no, not really. Jeez. God damn it, Gilbert.
Alright, what's next?
That was terrifying. Aren't you supposed to be a part of Ouroboros? How do you keep getting yourself into these messes? You are so rude! I didn't end up in this situation because of my own error. It was the result of a tale so tragic anyone who heard it would be moved to tears. I think there's a more pressing issue here, to be honest. How did you even get here ahead of us? That's a good question. Did you get here through the second and third plane warp circles before us somehow? After parting ways with you at the castle, I found myself surrounded by armored knights. Naturally, I fought back with all the skill and grace I'm known for, but during the fight I was engulfed in some kind of strange vortex. Next thing I knew, I was in front of a building near a cliff. What a miracle! Clearly I've been chosen by Adios herself to be the hero of a new story. Kevin, you think? Yeah, sounds like you just ended up getting drawn into one of those vortexes that pop up in battle every so often and make things vanish. Damn, though. Ending all the way up here on the fourth plane just because of that is some luck. Seriously. Lost for words, I see. Not that I can blame you for being in awe of my good fortune. Oh, we're in awe, alright. Anyway, you said you ended up in front of the lodge. So how the hell did you end up all the way out here? Did you decide to start looking around? Well... And this time you're the one with the good question. You were saying things like, I didn't mean any harm, and I'll never do anything like that ever again earlier. What was that about? Whatever do you mean? I have absolutely no idea. Will one of you say something? That was merely the result of me being so relieved to finally be out of mortal danger. I think I know what happened now. You were so hungry that you went and tried to grab those beastmen's food, huh? Well... You have no reason to feel ashamed, my man. Everyone needs food in order to live. You want a cookie? I got a few of them to snack on as it is. Gilbert, do you want to come back to our base with us? That might be an idea. We got plenty of food and water back there. Save your pity! I was able to steal at least a month's worth of food from them already. I'm not going to need any more for quite a while. It's all mine, and mine only. I won't give any of you so much as a crumb. So long, losers. He's incapable of listening, isn't he? Is he planning on staying here for over a month? Who knows? But all we can do is leave him to his own devices for now if he doesn't want our help. I wouldn't be surprised if he changed his mind. That does sound likely. We'll just have to be ready to give him a warm welcome when he does, though. God damn it, Gilbert. You really are the most worthless party member. He doesn't join your party. You're just the most worthless NPC. Oh shit, that's crazy. That's wild. I didn't know I could do that.
Let's end this.
Yeah. Now that's something. That's something real good. Make sure to grab this treasure chest hiding behind these trees here, because it's actually a fairly nice one. And there's a couple of things up here. EP Cut 4, Gatling Gear, yeah. Don't think anyone in this party needs it, but that EP Cut 4 will come in handy for somebody else, I'm sure. Looks like we found another stone monument, so we're probably getting close to the end here. Gonna go ahead and make a save. And alright, let's grab this weapon for Joshua, and then we'll head on to the end of the area. It's a very small map, so don't have to worry too much about it. Let's see what we're dealing with, though. Oh. A doppelganger of Scheherazade. Shara! Darling Shara. Shara? So she's our lady this time, huh? Makes sense that we find nothing but bracers on one of their training grounds. We'll have to defeat her so we can get her sealing stone. I'm just hoping we can have the real thing by our side. Exactly. Alright. Guess I'm just getting closer first. Looks like Shara has all her old tricks. Luckily for us, they aren't very good tricks. And she's not immune to instant death either. That's pretty sad. And Kevin can finish the job. Booyah. Oh, hello there. How's it going today? Whew. That's a lot of wind sepith. Just beat the Scheherazade clone, and we've got her in the sealing stone. So let's go rescue her. I can hardly wait to feel her in my arms again at long last. To the garden, my friends. I can hardly wait to see her again. I'm sure she's going to be a big help to us. Alrighty then, let's warp on back to the garden so we can continue on with the story. Ooh, that's rough. I know, cold's going around my workplace too, so everyone's like, yeah, so sick, can barely do anything. I'm just like, yeah, I feel ya. Luckily, it seems to have avoided me entirely, so I'm still hearty and hale. And the sealing stone has opened up the last area of the local, the Grimcell Fortress. But more importantly, it's got us Scheherazade back in action. Huh? That's not Shara, is it? Huh? Oh, what? Oh my. My goodness. She cut her hair, huh? Yeah, about a month or so ago. She got herself some new duds to match, too. This isn't like me at all. I haven't had anywhere near enough to drink to start feeling this out of whack. No, there's no stopping me now. Pour me another, Ina. Tonight we're gonna settle this once for... Dua? Nice to see you, Shara. Joshua? How long have you been back for? What happened to Estelle? Is it just me? Or did you put on some muscle while you were away? You look stronger. Thanks, I'm happy to hear that. Be it as it may, I can't believe you still haven't commented on my presence. How could you disregard your dear Olivier Lenheim, your loyal servant, and the man who forever holds the key to your heart? Olivier? Wait, you're not the only familiar faces here. This whole place is kind of bizarre, too. Can someone explain what's going on here? We will, so calm down, okay? I can hardly blame you for being surprised. Yeah, your reaction's par for the course for this place. Well, I'm certainly hoping you'll feel better soon. Colds suck. Okay, I think I get what's going on now. Still, under ordinary circumstances, I'd have a pretty hard time believing all of what you said was even possible. It's easier to chalk this up as just alcohol-induced dream or another one of Lucy's illusions. No doubt. Oh, woe is me! How could you look upon my fair countenance and beautiful locks, and not believe that I am the one, the only true Olivier? I said under ordinary circumstances, Olivier. There's no need for the dramatics. First, what would be the point of showing me an illusion this bizarre to begin with? As for the dream explanation, there's a bit too much internal consistency here for me to lean on that theory. True enough. Thanks for believing us. So I take it you'll be up for helping us then. We could sure use you. I'd be happy to. When I think about how Estelle's most likely been dragged into this place too, how could I think to say no? I wouldn't be a good big sister if I didn't look out for my little sis, now would I? Thanks, Shara. You are a true model of a woman. Cheers, we appreciate it. Anyway, we've given you a rough outline of the situation we're in. Currently, we're in the middle of exploring what's apparently called the fourth plane, so that's where we'll be resuming from. Alright. I've used the facilities at local before, back as a trainees back in the day. Since you found both me and Annalise there so far, perhaps the other sealing stones you find there will contain people who trained there too. It sounds plausible enough. That means the chance we'll find Estelle there is high. Or, I don't know, maybe we'll find Kurt, Grant, or Karna. It's not impossible. They've certainly been to the local, but they went more as instructors. I don't think they've ever been there purely as trainees the way you, Estelle, and I have. Oh, right. Hey, Shara? Do you know if Agate's ever trained there before? Now you mention it, yes, he has. Cassius supposedly tricked him into going, and he was not a fan of the experience. That was about 4 years ago, I think? Oh. So that means both him and Estelle might be trapped there. It's possible, yeah. They're both fine. I'm certain of it. At any rate, we now only have one of the 3 ordeals remaining. Indeed. So we'll find out who else is trapped inside the training ground soon enough. And then all that remains is for us to rescue them. Yep, so as soon as we're ready, let's mosey. Let's mosey. Kevin would totally say let's mosey.
Ready?
Anyway, let's run with Shara and Olivier. Because, I mean, certainly they're rife for fun and riveting commentary, right? Let's, ooh, man, Charizard is not upgraded at all. Let's go fix that. Okay. Now she's ready to roll. set up her equipment properly. Do I have anything else for that? Heavy battle armor? Yuck. I'm holding on to this last Gabriel's aura so I can put it on Estelle. So that means I'm going to be using this, the Gargan armor. I wish these sorted by defense rather than everything else, but whatever, this is fine. Strega O's, Dragon Boots. Whatever. Give him the Art of Seals, why not? Live in the stream. Let's roll with this. And with Charizard in tow, that means we get access to a few more star doors. So let's go ahead and check those out. So yeah, Moon Door 2 is available to us. Let's go check that out. Once again, I will save before going in here. Bring to me the dancer with silver locks. Only then shall the door open. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Oh dear. Oh god, please don't have the text crawl like this for the rest of the thing. Year 1202 of the Septian calendar. Roland. Charizard. Charizard! Hmm? Huh? Where am I? You feeling alright? Sure you haven't had too much to drink? Boy, that dream really brought back memories. Hard to believe I was once that young. I see you've gotten yourself nice and plastered. You might want to watch what you're saying, though. You're still young, but no one will believe it if you start talking like that. She's right, Shara. Wow, I thought you'd be out for a while longer, Olivier. Let me pour you another glass, then. Please. Mercy. You can be such a monster. Faulkner, bring Olivier another bottle over. Looks like Faulkner's gone left early again. Fine. Guess I'll have to go and get the bottle myself. Well, I'm getting out of my seat and I'm getting the strongest thing in the house. I spy some brandy. Charizard, he's literally only just gotten up. At least start him off on some fruit wine before you start bringing out the big guns. He can have both. Problem solved. Spare me, I'll die. By the way, Aina. You remember when we first met? How much did you down again? down. Down what? Booze! We're talking booze, baby! Scheherazade began pouring alcohol into Olivier's head. That should go into his mouth, Scheherazade. Yeshua? Oh, silly me. Poor Olivier. He's dead. We killed him. 5 years ago. In the city of Grancel. Aw, that's young Scheherazade. Making deliveries in a city this big sure isn't easy. Alright, where's next? Herbe Royal Villa? No way, I have to go all the way there? Oh, this is why I hate cities. Hey, Bracer, out on the job again? Thanks again for the help. You're a lot stronger than you look, young lady. You wouldn't have any interest in working for us, would you? You'd be more than welcome. Sorry, but I'm not interested. Really gotta go, too. See ya. Excuse me. Grancel City, 1197. 5 years had passed since the 100 Days' War came to an end. The scars it left were slowly healing, and life was turning to Liberl. People gathered in the cities and towns that had returned to their former state, and the revived orbment trade brought the kingdom prosperity. Peace was becoming normal once again. Not all that was happening in Liberl at the time was so positive. However, this was also a period in which corruption was rife in the military. Many of the army's officers at the time cared for nothing but lining their own pockets or gaining power and prestige. Between the development of orbital technology and booming prosperity, much was forgotten. Huh? Is there no one here? If you have a request, please write it on one of the forms to the right and place it in this box. Bracer Guild, Grancel Branch. That's a sad state of affairs. Looks like it. I wonder if they mind if I use their phone. Ugh, I'm pooped. I feel more like a slave than a bracer with all this menial work getting dumped on me. Oh, hello. Are you here to lodge a request? Yes, that's right. Might I ask your name? I'm Scheherazade Harvey, a bracer. I'm still a junior one, but I know what I'm doing. Don't you worry about that. Oh my, really? You look so young, I had no idea you were an actual bracer. My name is Ina. It's a pleasure to meet you. So, what's the request you want to make? I don't have all day to stand around chatting. There's only 2 bracers at this branch right now, so we're very busy. If you can make it quick, I'd appreciate it. Oh, really? I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea you were... Did you not hear me? Or do you need me to explain to you what the word quick means? Oh, my apologies. Well, you see, it's my first time visiting the city. I thought it might be wise to come here and request that someone give me a tour of the main sites and such. The size of this place is rather daunting, as I'm sure you can imagine. But with a bracer who knows their way around at my side, I'd be able to enjoy all that Grancel has to offer, without fearing getting lost. You gotta be kidding. Please tell me you didn't actually come here for such a worthless request. Pardon? You seem to be misconstruing what bracers are actually here for. We're not community volunteers or whatever. We have a serious profession and do serious work. And we're also very busy, as I said earlier, so I'm gonna have to ask you to look elsewhere if you want a buddy for your sightseeing trip. I wasn't trying to. Or hell, just go around and look on your own. Getting lost is probably part of the experience anyway. Has this one lived in a box all her life? Typical rich girl. Besides, I need to focus on doing major jobs so I can get my letter of recommendation from this branch and get promoted to senior bracer. If you find something serious you need help with, by all means come back. Until then, get going. It looks like this isn't going to work. I really am sorry for troubling you, but... Oh, who do we have here? Have you come to make a request, perchance? Pardon us for not properly manning the front desk. That's currently my job, but I'm undertaking other work at the same time. Oh, you don't have to apologize. I'd pay her no mind if I were you. She's just a waste of time. She seems to have gotten into her head that bracers are friends for hire. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll get out of your hair now. Please don't leave just yet. Scheherazade. Huh? What is it? Do what she wants. Helping people in need is the fundamental mission of us bracers. You've got no reason not to help. But we're busy here. I don't have time to be playing tour guide. I've got more important things to do. Don't worry about the other requests on the board. I'll take care of those. But you're even busier than I am. You're even our receptionist on top of it. You needn't worry about me. Besides, you're still a trainee, which means you have much to learn. So go. Once you finish this request, I'll write you your letter of recommendation. What? Really? Are you sure? This seems like way too simple of a job to be awarding something like that for. I thought it was your policy to give 100% to all work you undertake. Well, it is, but... Then I'm counting on you with this job, too. Thank you very much. Think nothing of it. Take care, you two. Got it. I appreciate your assistance. This should hopefully do her good. What do you know, Kurt? There's a reason he's an A-rank bracer, I suppose. What is up with today? From delivery girl to playing tour guide for some snooty silver spoon, it just gets worse. I do apologize. I really am putting you out with this request, aren't I? Let's just get started. That aloof manner of talking she has just makes me want to smash something. So, where do you want to go? Let's see. I suppose I should go and buy a few things in the Adel department store just in case. In case? In case of what? It's in the east block of the city, don't forget. Why would I? I can feel my blood pressure rising already. Oh, we have control. How quaint. Anyway, you can check out Scheherazade's status as a junior bracer. All bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and level 10. Oh, how cute. Oh god, it's Anton and Ricky. They're in this one, too. Oh, jeez. Look, Ricky, it's like the whole world is blessing us. Hooray for school life. Adios is definitely playing a prank on you two. I like how the very first thing she wants to do is blow all her money. So, What are you planning to buy? Well, I could probably do with restocking on recovery items for one thing. What? Please, Adios, I just want this job to end. Hasn't Kurt read this book? Did he bring it here? A lot of these look really complicated, too. Oh shit, it's the mob. Miss Sherazard! What? You know, there's actually a really famous ice cream stall near here. Have you ever been there? Why would I have? I don't like sweet things. Well, I do, and I feel like having some ice cream right now. Let's go get some. Wait a second. Well, shit, we're being tailed. God damn it, Kurt. What the hell did you accept this job for? Oh, hey, it's Niall. All the times to run out of photo quartz. I guess I'll have to get these developed first. This manuscript needs to be finished by 2 or I'm never gonna be done in time. What's up with him? Hey there! What are you doing? The girl forcibly took the camera from the man, exposing the photo quartz inside. Ah! What the hell do you think you're doing? Those are useless if light shines directly on them. Huh. Really? Yes, really. Shut the cover, now! That gave me a scare. Do you have any idea how much a set of photo quartz costs? Oh, I know. He looks just like the dog that lives near me. What are you doing with that thing? Don't you dare damage it. It's not mine. That's the editor-in-chief's really expensive prized orbital camera. How do you use it? Oh, it moved. Stop. Oh my god. Little Dorothy's so cute. Aww. Give that back. If that gets broken, there's no way I can replace it with my joke of a wage. I won't break it, honestly. Wow, you can see things that are really far away so well. Stop! Give that back. Oh, no, this is the same thing. Okay, so obviously I can't walk through here. I was like, oh, I want to talk to them directly. I can't. I tried, my guys. I tried. Apparently there's a student running the ice cream stall. Interesting. Oh heavens no, she's not gonna smash it. She's gonna become a photo-taking savant. Ina bought 2 ice cream cones from the stall. Did your brain decide to selectively switch off when I said I don't like sweet things? You'll like this, promise. It's really nice. It's not how it works. It's almost noon. That means I've only got 24 hours left. I'm running out of time. Well, these goons are still looking after us. It might be a bit risky, but... Hey! What? What are you spacing out and ignoring me for? I was trying to ask you something. Sorry? What was it? You look angry. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? It's really obvious. So come on, out with it. Or are you involved with something you can't even talk to me about? Well, it's just that. I realized I left something back at the hotel. Ugh. As if anyone would buy that. Not gonna talk, huh? Well, fine. Be that way. Can we make our way back there so I can go and get it? Fine, whatever. I'll come with you. At least until I can get an idea of what you're really up to. Thank you. Well, shall we be going? Let's go through the south block. Fine. Jeez. So, apparently, Aina wants us to take the south block way there instead of, going the shorter, much more expedient way. I see you, Anton. You're right there. Oh dear. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything new I can see just walking around here. Let's make our way towards the hotel. The hotel's this way. Hotel Rowenbaum, in fact. Wait a second. Isn't this the hotel? The building you've just walked right past? Well, yes, but... Cransell Castle looks really heavily guarded. I should have known. There's got to be some way to get past. That way leads to Cransell Castle. Do you want to go and have a look around it? Yes, I suppose I do. But, looks like I've almost cracked her. Time to talk, young lady. I want to know exactly what I've been dragged all over the city for. This job's such a pain. I'm gonna go and catch a breather outside. There she is! Wait, what? What's going on? You stay right where you are. Oh, shit. Protect all NPCs. If an NPC's health reaches 0, the game's over! Oh god, I don't have arts. I have a couple of crafts. Praying to Adios here, I guess? Oh god. Huh? Nice try, Aina.
Seems you came up short.
Oh god. Oh god, I actually have to fight enemies with a level 10. Yikes. What the? This guy was no amateur. Well, they haven't noticed anything has happened yet by the looks of it. It's only going to be a matter of time, though. I need to do something. Look, you. It's time for you to start talking. Who is this guy? I don't want the army to notice anything amiss, either. Are you listening to me? Shh. Please be quiet. Well, at least now we know she's not on the hotel's guest list. Bah. Figured a rich girl like her would have come to stay at a hotel, but I guess not. We're just gonna have to start scouring the city. From top to bottom? There she is! Get her! No, don't shout! Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, came from over there. There she is. There's our target. The blonde. Get her! What's going on? You've got some serious explaining to do, Missy. Well, let's start running. The hell? Wait! Oh, goodness. How many of these jokers do they have? Oh boy. This is a dead end, guys. Unless we can get onto an airship. So what the hell did Aina do to piss off the mob? I think we've lost them. Just about. Okay, I've had enough of this. It's time for you to open that mouth of yours. Just who are these guys? Why did they want to catch you? What do you even want? Well, don't even try and worm your way out of answering. I will hurt you. With this. That sounds painful. No use hiding it any longer, is there? They're trying to capture me. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm asking why they want to capture you. Go on, get talking. Let me start from the beginning. I suppose it started about a month ago. My grandfather, who I was living with, had passed away. Your grandfather? That's right. He did mention that he intended to leave some of his fortune to me. But the will didn't just say some. He wrote that he intended to leave me everything he had. So, well, super rich guy leaving his fortune to a young girl. Okay, everything's starting to fall into place. So now every relative you have under the sun is on you like ants trying to get their share. At the very least, I still think my uncle is a very nice man. He said he wants to look after me until I turn 20, so as part of that, you should let him look after all the money you've inherited. Ugh, unbelievable. Maybe. His eyes when he said that kind of scared me, so I ended up turning his offer down. Wait, hide! And now someone's hired those men to come after me. If I don't formally inherit his money, grandfather's will becomes invalid, you see. Most likely, that's the reason they want to capture me, so I'm not able to do that. They're no ordinary street thugs either. They clearly have some experience under their belts. I can't believe they're just able to wander the streets of the capital in broad daylight like this. Just what is the army even doing? One of my relatives has connections in the Royal Army, so that's probably why. My family's pretty influential, actually. I'm just getting a headache listening to all of this. Hiring a bunch of suspicious, highly trained underlings to fight over an inheritance? You get more stereotypically spiteful rich person than that. I'm sorry. I'm not looking for an apology from you. Still, this really isn't looking good. I might have been able to win the last battle, but I'm not confident I could win another. I think the best thing we can try to do is get back to the guild house without getting caught, but I can't see that being easy. How many of these jerks do they have? Holy shit. Ooh. Whew. Come to think of it, I forgot to feed the birds. Feed the birds? I doubt it's meant to be taken literally. It's probably some kind of code they use. Which means... crap. Sorry, this way's a dead end. You've been giving us a hell of a lot of trouble, but your luck's just ran out. Ugh. You're fast, though. I'll give you that. Now grab her! Oh, god. Damn it. Guys, I don't have arts. I got 4 Tierra bombs. That'll help. Um. Alright. Music going bad. Heal myself. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Let me kill one of these guys, please. Okay. Whew. I got a hit on. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, now I gotta make sure she doesn't die. Okay.
Seems you came up short.
Don't even get a level up to, you know. Damn it. Well, not half bad. I don't think I can fight my way out of this. Are you alright, Miss Scheherazade? Have you guys still not caught her? Ha! Well. You almost stood a chance against us. Almost. I don't want to be beaten by a bunch of low-life scum like these guys. Do you have any ideas for getting us out of this? Me? Oh. There's an entrance to the sewers nearby. If we can get to that, we might be able to escape to the west block. That's a huge if, though. Alright, let's go with that. Close your eyes for a second. What are you... 1, 2... Whoa, what are you... 3... What's that? A smoke grenade? Ugh, ugh. My eyes! Ha! Ah! Ready to go? What? What's this smell? Is this mustard gas? Wait up. That violates the Geneva Convention, Ina. You can't just run around carrying mustard gas grenades like that. Don't let him get away. Why do you even have that thing? What was the point of knocking that guy out, too? It's locked. Get out of the way! Scheherazade took out a wire and jammed it into the keyhole. Come on, hurry! Wait, get back here, damn it! Yeah, Ina's frickin' hardcore. It's no use. It's locked. Out of the way. I'll get it open. Should I use another one of those canisters? I got pepper ones, too. Pepper? Can you make these things yourself? I got a few original blends of my own, yes. They originally just white smoke grenades. For example, there's this one. It contains powdered laughing mushrooms. Never tried it, though. You think it works? You don't need to find out now. You might get blown back in here. Jesus Christ, Ina. Ugh, won't budge. Someone bring an axe. We're gonna have to smash it open. That damn bitch. Whew. Looks like we bought ourselves some time. What were you thinking? What kind of insane maniac just uses a smoke grenade, or a mustard gas canister, or whatever the hell it was? You shouldn't even be making that kind of stuff. I thought you were a high-class lady. Truly. But it helped us get to safety, didn't it? Well, yeah, but still. Where'd you even learn to make those things? My grandfather loved collecting books. He had his own personal library in the mansion. I learned all kinds of useful things from there. I take it you're not much of a book enthusiast yourself, so you probably wouldn't have read any of the things I have. But there's a famous spy novel I remember reading. It has a scene where the protagonist makes their own smoke grenade. She learned it from a book? I take it back. Miss Rich is written all over her naive face. Look, let me make this very clear for your own good. You might have gotten us out of a dangerous situation earlier, but you got lucky. Don't expect that to happen a second time. Don't go getting cocky just because you picked up some mildly useful knowledge from a book that may or may not have even worked. I don't want to see you doing anything like that again. Are we clear? Yes, of course. That's all. Let's get going. Ugh. Being in sewers like this always brings back unpleasant memories. Feels like my instincts are coming right back, though. Why did she suddenly go silent? Did I say something to annoy her? Let's move. When they come back, they'll get that door open in no time. But be careful and stay close to me. There's bound to be monsters here. Right. Alright then. Let's go explore the sewers. Oh god. God damn it. I hate the sewers, I hate the sewers, I hate the sewers so much. I'm gonna go check if I have a map for this place. If I do, great. If I don't, then, you know, whatever. That's just the way life is. Okay, I guess I don't. I guess I'm just living with the itis, as it were. Alright, so that one doesn't lead anywhere. That one's probably my way out. Or at least nice enough to leave a treasure chest there for us. And here. Because this is a, Oof. Ina, please. Stop, you need to protect yourself. I can't let you die here. Ah. Come on. Alright.
Oh, are we done already?
Yeah, don't walk into the thing that it... Oh, god damn it. Alright, now that I finally have a turn.
Oh, are we done already?
And we got a level. And our S-break, so... randomly fighting these things was actually somewhat beneficial. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Damn it. Damn it. Why did I go this way? Oh, damn, Ina. That actually really helped.
Oh, are we done already?
Didn't think the NPCs would actually be, like, somewhat useful.
Seems you came up short.
Okay. Alright. Please tell me that's it. Alright, let's progress. Or attempt to. Damn it, Ina. At least dodge tanking's not a thing in this game.
Oh, are we done already?
That would be bad. That'd be bad news. I'd be dead so many times over. Well, hey, one more fight gets me one more level. That's Something good at least. Alright. I just wish I wasn't attracting all these monsters to my location at the same time. Ina, darling, no, get out of there. Whatever. Whatever. Escort missions, right? Gotta love them. Love them or leave them. I'm on the leave 'em camp.
Seems you came up short.
Okay. Hey, I got a Zerum powder. That's actually... Is that actually useful at all? I don't think so. Not with only one party member. Ooh. Get over here. Get over here.
Oh, are we done already?
Well, the, training certainly helps. Do I head in there, or do I go here? Oh god, I'm lost. Ah. I hate this place. I hate these sewers so much.
Seems you.
This is actually the way to the castle, is it not? Yeah. Alright, so now we can head this way. First door first. That's kind of romantic, don't you think? In what way is this anything in this situation romantic? Alright. So I gotta find the switch for that, that wall there. Like they mentioned, it is kind of close by. It's right over here. But it won't move. God damn it. Is it not budging? Stay quiet for a minute. I'll handle this. Sherazard removed a rock from the bottom of the device and placed her hand inside. Way to go, Sherazard. Wow. You really are amazing. But not for this. This isn't all that different from breaking into a safe, to be honest. Really, though. You shouldn't be impressed by these kind of things. Or getting used to them. Why? There's some things in life you're just better off not knowing. And some things you're better off not being able to do. The entire town smelled like a rotting open drain and was reviled even for a slum. The people who ended up there were largely those who couldn't be accommodated in a prison, those who had been driven out of the cities, or children who had been abandoned there like yesterday's garbage. I did whatever I had to in order to survive, and live to see another day. Picking pockets at every opportunity was a habit I picked up from a very young age. Anything that caught my eye, I took. But even then, I didn't end up with enough to live on. There were always men who made their living by taking things from people like me. The surest way to make money was stealing from the safes of the rich when they were out of their mansions. A residential area full of wealthy people on the other side of the river, accessible through an underground sewer, was a perfect target for this. Every time I felt hungry, I sneaked inside one of the mansions and made use of the skills I felt like I'd known since the day I was born. The most important thing to remember when doing this was not to take everything in one go. Instead, the key was only to take a small amount each time, enough to get by, but not enough for the mansion's owner to notice anything was gone. With a simple piece of wire, I had access to enough mirror to live for a couple more weeks. Before I knew it, I was doing it every day, building up a stockpile of money instead of simply taking what I needed in the short term. And boy, I paid the price for it. I had it all taken from me by the men of the slums, ended up being kicked and stomped on until I coughed up blood. Everyone did what they did, or they said they did as much anyway, so they could keep on living on. Always pretending to be desperate as an excuse to live by any means, but always taking the easiest road they could find. The town I lived in was devoid of energy, but filled with filthy humans like them, and like me. Again and again I thought about giving it up. Again and again I said to myself that I wanted to stop, but I couldn't do it. I hated myself for what I was doing. I hated the fact that I couldn't stop. It was because I didn't want to return to that life that I ended up becoming a bracer. Because if I didn't, I was scared I would end up right back where I was. The troop had saved me from that place, and had made me into a respectable human being. But when I lost them, I was afraid. One thought stood out above all the rest. No matter how much I tried to forget, no matter how used I became to my new life, no matter how much I tried to deny it, I was yesterday's garbage from the slums, and nothing I could do would change that. And that's it, really. One day, I'm sure I'll end up returning there. That's why I need to be strong. To stay strong. What job I do doesn't even matter. Anything I can pour my heart into that'll let me live an honest life is fine. Anything that keeps my mind off the past. Anything that lets me keep the ugliness in my heart at bay. If it makes me strong without relying on others, then it's fine. It's fine. I need to be strong. Stronger than anyone. Stronger than anyone. But am I? Am I really doing alright in my new life? Am I really getting stronger? Am I, Lucy? Yep, Sheridor. Miss Sherazard? Are you alright? You're looking very gloomy all of a sudden. You've also seemed to have gone into a flashback for the past 10 minutes. It's nothing. I'm fine. As soon as I finish this job, Kurt will give me the last recommendation I need. I can finally become a real bracer. Then no one will be able to tell me I'm not strong. I won't let them. I will be strong. Anyway, we're leaving. Wait a second. Miss Sherazard. Yeah, I talked to Anton and Ricky a few times. Seems like they're just heading into Gina's Academy. Saw little Dorothy. She's so cute. Oh, she's so precious. I can't believe she's the Grandmaster. Wait, Nielsen's wandering around too? Wait, where? Huh? No. As soon as I finish this job... Oh, god damn it! Why the hell would they put him there? Can I still get into the cathedral? I hope so. Alright, we'll find out. First things first, getting out of these awful sewers. Looks like these ones are locked up too. Guess it's locked. I know it is. Just shut up. You'll break my concentration. Oh, my bad. Scheherazade took out a wire and inserted it into the keyhole. She got skills. We're finally back on the surface. It's evening, too. That took longer than I thought it would. We should hurry. Of course. Are you alright, though? What? You look kind of pale. Are you feeling tired? Maybe we should rest a little before moving on. I'm fine. I've had enough training to handle this level of physical activity, thank you very much. Don't underestimate the stamina of a bracer. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Wait, what the hell? She was never more than a few steps behind me at any given moment. How is she still fine? She never seemed out of breath, even when we were being chased by those guys, come to think of it. I feel like there were a few times when she was even ahead of me. What is up with this girl? Is this, like, nothing to her? Are you absolutely sure you don't need to rest? I do have a few snacks on me. Would you like me to share some? It's okay. I'm definitely fine. Right now, we need to focus on getting to the guild so we can hide out there. Food breaks can wait. We might have run into a lot of trouble on the way, but the request was to show around the capital. I've done that. Now all I need to do is get back to the guild, and this request is done. I win. Come on, get a move on. I still feel like it would be a good idea to rest at least a little, though. Are you certain you're alright? How many times do I need to repeat myself before you get the message? To hell with it all. Hide. I was up all night working that damn story. All night! Who the hell does Noticia think she is? The better the scoop, the harder it needs to be caught? Does she think I don't know that? Ah! What do you think he's talking about? I got no more idea than you do. Maybe he's using some kind of code like those men from earlier. He couldn't be one of them, could he? Do you think he could be? Damn it all! I can't be sure. Just look at his eyes, though. He doesn't look like a man who makes an honest living to me. I see what you mean. We've come this far. There's no way I'm letting us get caught now. We need to proceed carefully and deliberately. Let's see if we can find another route. If I remember correctly, that house over there is empty. This way. Follow me. Breaking and entering, breaking and entering. It's not a crime if no one sees you do it. For Adios' sake, I couldn't even get conclusive evidence for my story. If I could have, I would have done it already! You two patrol the area at the bottom of the stairs. I'll take the area at the top. Roger that. Guess I'm gonna have to call him Raymond again. Wait, he works at the villa now, doesn't he? Just my luck. That's ages away. Oh yeah, I need to go and get that damn camera back later too. I swear, this job's bad for my blood pressure. I need more nicotine in me. He's not just any journalist. He's the best journalist in Liberl. Almost. Gotta drink in that nicotine. Inject it directly into your veins. Come on, why are there still so many of them going around? How can we get to the guild like this? I think we're gonna have to spend the rest of the night here, unfortunately. It won't need to come to that. I think if I can find a good opening, we can force our way through. It's just a case of finding one. I don't think that's a good idea. We need to be careful and rest while we can. As logical as that sounds, I'm not buying it's a real reason. Get a grip, Shara. I can't let my emotions get the better of me. There's no guarantee we're even safe here, you know? I still think the safest option in the long run is to get to the guild, no matter what we have to do to get there. Oh, just a little bit. I mean, that is his nation of birth and all. Hey, where do you think you're going? I think the second floor is a better place to rest than the first. We'll find it easier to escape from here than we would from below. This should be a good spot. Wait 1 damn minute. This is your safety we're talking about here. You can stand to listen to me. Those men will be patrolling carefully for the rest of the night. They aren't going to give you the opening you want. Or at least I don't believe they will. We've made it this far, so I think it would be best for us to rest tonight and resume trying tomorrow, don't you? Trying to do what? Pardon? You're still hiding something, aren't you? For one thing, you're awfully familiar with the city for someone who claims it's their first time here. You also seem to know a lot about those men, and what they will and won't do too. What exactly are you really after? It's plain as day at this point that you want more than just not to be caught by them. If that wasn't the case, you wouldn't have been asked to be shown around the capital. Not that I think that's what you want, either. What's your real goal? Well, no answer? The work we do is based around trust. We can't accept requests from people who won't tell us what they're up to, or who knows what kind of crimes we could be abetting. Go on. The whole thing about that inheritance was all a big fat lie, wasn't it? Something about you had been setting off alarms since we started running around together. Strike that, since you first came to the guild. Why did you lie to me? The story about the inheritance is true, I swear it. I want to go to Grancel Castle. I really am the one to whom my grandfather gave his fortune. But I haven't finished the necessary procedures to truly inherit it yet. Until I complete the required paperwork in Grancel Castle's administrative room, I'm not legally allowed anything. And that's why there's so many of those men in black around that area. All of my relatives know exactly what I need to do, you see. So they're trying to make sure I can't do it. Still, if I don't keep trying to move forward, what a mess. Okay, for argument's sake, let's assume that I believe all of what you just said. Why am I only hearing about it now? That's... You thought I'd want in on that money, didn't you? If I did, and knew everything, I'd have all the opportunities a greedy girl could dream of to take it when together with you. That's what you thought I'd do, isn't it? I'd play along, and then steal it all for myself the second a chance presented itself. Do I look like that much of a scumbag to you? No, you don't! That's not it at all. After I lost grandfather, I lived all on my own. But the second his will became public, I had crowds of people descending upon me. People who, like you said, were interested only in claiming his fortune for themselves. They all started to live in mine in my grandfather's house, and before I knew it, my once peaceful life was shattered. One day, someone would push me down the stairs, another, I'd taste something funny in my food. These kind of things began happening on a regular basis. Legally, they were my relatives while I was a minor, so there was very little I could do. I tried reasoning with them at first, but in the end I had no choice but to leave home myself. I wandered the highways alone, going from place to place and trying not to be discovered. But I knew that while I could hopefully avoid being caught that way, I'd eventually just be declared as missing, and presumed dead. Besides, after I left once, even if I did go back home, I knew I'd promptly be locked up somewhere, and reported as still missing regardless. Grandfather's will would be declared as invalid in time, and my relatives would blissfully share their newly bequeathed wealth between them. I hated the thought of that happening, especially since they wouldn't happily share it. They'd, be at each other's throats for it. That's how inheritances work. That's why I decided to return here to the capital. Even if it's the last thing I do, I will formally inherit what he wanted me to. That was when I decided to try and get an escort from someone I could trust. So it's not that I don't think I can trust you. Not at all. And, I will admit that wanting to explore the capital was a lie. I'm sorry for deceiving you. You're a grade A moron. I'm sorry. You could have said all of this from the beginning and saved us a lot of headache. If I'd known what you were trying to do, I would have been able to formally escort you to where you wanted to go. And the guild would have been the safest place for you to hide out too. We wouldn't have ended up in this dump instead. I suppose you're right. I was just scared. I'll never be able to forget what I saw that day. What I saw in the eyes of everyone who gathered to hear that will read. The horror I felt when I saw it. Madness, insanity, cold, murderous light. Emotions that no one can explain, that no one can put into words. It wasn't visible for long before they managed to push it back below the surface and out of sight. But it was still there. Because now, I believe that's something that all of us possess naturally. Human beings are capable of limitless cruelty. Every one of us. And that realization's left me terrified of us all. It's not that I don't trust bracers. It's just that I've been so scared. I'm so sorry. I know I shouldn't have wasted your time with any of this. I should never have gotten you caught up in all this when you were busy enough already. Just forget that Listen. Huh? It's my policy to give 100% to all work I undertake. Don't underestimate me. Oh, Shara. I'm the one who should be apologizing to you. I wanted to be strong and live with my head held high. I still believe I was right to feel that way. And yes, I've lived my hardest until now. But you've made me notice that there's something wrong with my attitude. I'm not going about it the right way. And it's made me realize anew that I want to be able to keep living with pride in my every step. So no more saying sorry, okay? I want to see this job through to the very end. Rise and shine, everyone. So, where was it in Grancel Castle we need to go again? The administrative room. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is noon. Noon? Noon today? That barely leaves us any time at all. Why are you only telling me this now? It has to be filled within a month of the deceased passing away. That's the law here in Liberl, apparently. Oh, right. I never was much good at this legal stuff. I bet Kurt knows it all by heart, though. He did seem like the type who might. Let's get going. We don't have any time to waste. As long as we do what we discussed earlier, we should be able to handle this. We're getting inside the castle, and they're not going to stop us. Miss Sherazard, I really am glad you were the one who undertook my request. The more time I spend with you, the more I realize you're really someone dependable, who relies on their own strength to live. You're blowing my merits out of proportion, I think. Also, can we stop with the Miss Sherazard now? The way you say it just makes my name sound ridiculously long. Does it? It does. It feels like our conversations take twice as long as they should because of it. Well, if you insist. And now you know all there is to know about what I want to do. So I would like to formally request again that you escort me to Grancel Castle. You got it. You'll get there. I promise you that. Thank you. Alright then, let's go bug people. Because apparently we can do that. Unfortunately, we can't buy curry and coffee. I was beside myself when I read about Lasalle's Holden passing in the Liberal news yesterday. I knew he was well known for being rich, but I don't remember ever reading his age anywhere. I hadn't realized he was that old. He had connections throughout so many different industries too, connecting them all together. His death will be a big blow to industry here on Liberal. I just hope it doesn't have too much of a major impact. On a completely unrelated note, I heard a strange loud noise yesterday evening, and I'm still not sure what it was. I wonder what it could have been. I can't say I feel quite as safe in this area these days as I once did, and that's not helping. Oh boy. That Niall, he really doesn't seem to understand. There's no way we could have printed an article like that as it stands. He's just so good-natured that he seems to have a habit of getting too far wrapped up in a single opinion or piece of information. I'm sure he'll come to understand eventually, but for now... Yesterday's editorial meeting was a disaster, to put it lightly. I can understand how frustrated Niall must feel. He finds some incredible stories, but they never end up being printed. Both Notitia and the editor-in-chief are really strict with them, too. I'm off to go meet with someone in a minute. Not just anyone, either. A famous reporter who once received the Pulitzer Prize. It's been a long time since we last met, too. I can't wait to see the guy. Yeah, the editor-in-chief is gonna meet a real reporter, Niall. How do you like them apples? Oop. Apparently he likes researching crops. Good for him. That's the leak all fixed. Now to head out and do a good day's work. Hey, did you know it's almost time for the Archbishop's sermon to begin? I should get going over to the cathedral. Alright, I guess we better pray to Adios. See if General Morgan's in. Rachel's in her final month of pregnancy now. Aww. Morgan's granddaughter's gonna be born pretty soon. That's adorable. It's also very large, which makes cleaning it all a big pain. I bet. Oh, Adios. Still, there's nothing to be afraid of in doing so. Adius will always show us the way if we look to her. Yeah, I'll bet. Where is the man of the hour hiding? He's not in there. Ah, here he is. Oh, Who might the two of you be? The sound of your footsteps is unfamiliar to me. I presume this must be the first time we've met. Yes, it certainly is. Am I correct in assuming that you must be visually impaired, sir? Yes, I am. If you'll forgive me for saying so, you're a rather unusual pair, aren't you? One of you is a bracer, I believe. There's no need to be so surprised. The air you have about you reminds me of the other bracers I know, that's all. I may have lost my vision. That has allowed me to see things in a way I couldn't before. Really? That's incredible. I'm due to meet someone here. I'm just waiting for them to arrive. I'm planning on doing some research in Liberl while I'm here too. After all, this is the nation now known for repelling the mighty Erebonian Empire. I'm eager to see if I can find exactly where that strength came from. This should prove to be some very interesting research. Oh, I bet, Mr. I'm actually the first Anguis of Ouroboros, you know, just casually hanging out here. Alright, whatever. Let's make our way downtown. Walking fast, faces past, and we're homebound. Oh, hi, Dorothy. Wow, your clothes are so black. They're really cute.
Who the hell are you? You're in our way. Get lost. Shoo! Shoo!
You're both dressed the same, too. Is that your uniform?
Who is this kid?
Ugh, my head. I must have had way too much to drink. I feel like I'm forgetting something important, too. Nope, can't remember. Guess it can't have been anything too important. Can I take a photo of you?
Like hell you can. Get out of our sight.
We can't leave our posts.
Consider yourself lucky, kiddo. We'll let you leave this time. So go play somewhere else. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around. I knew you'd come eventually.
Today's your last chance, after all. It's a kitty.
You're kidding me. A cat? No, wait a sec.
There might be something else inside.
Don't let your guard down.
I know.
Exclamation point. There they are. Too late.
Damn it, Ina. Not the time for this. Seriously. If you're gonna do that, at least hit them. Oops. Oops is right. Okay, seriously. Ina, I know you mean well, but not the time. There we go. Excellent work, Cat.
Done already?
The perfect distraction.
This isn't good.
Now's our chance, Ina. All right. Ugh, there's more of them? No. Nice of you to finally show yourselves. What's the holdup? Why haven't you made an example out of them yet? Our client's waiting. Get a move on. You're really gonna regret messing with us, kids. I hope you didn't expect to just be able to walk away after showing yourselves. First, I'm gonna kill you. The other young lady can live a while longer. She's still useful. As long as we can get her to write her own will, it'll save us from having to forge one later. You really think this will be that simple? You think saying that's gonna unnerve us? You got another thing coming. Aina, you can still run, right? Yes. I'll take all of these guys on myself. While I'm doing that, you run. What? You can't take this many opponents on yourself and have any chance of winning. You'll... Not gonna beg for mercy, I'll take it. You got something you need to do, and so do I. So let's just do them. Don't worry about me, as if I have any intention of dying here. What are you even talking? Yeah! Damn you! Go, Aina! But... I said, go! You seem to be having a little trouble over there, Scheherazade. What? Who the hell are you? Kurt? What are you doing here? Have you forgotten that I'm affiliated with the Grancel branch of the guild? I see nothing odd about my presence here. Well, I know, but... I'm happy that you seem to have realized exactly what it is that you must do. But I can't say I'm as pleased about how willing you are to throw your life away without first exploring other options. I'm sorry. I can't entirely fault your decision from the perspective of a bracer, but I would like you to give a little more attention to your surroundings. I'm well aware that you seem staunchly opposed to relying on others, but take a good look at the situation you're currently in, and tell me exactly what it is you should really be doing. Kurt, can you take care of things here for me? Certainly. Yeah, we had a panic button all along.
Rise, storm, from the space between sky and sea.
Now, Aina. Right. They're getting away. Half of us should be enough to take care of this guy. Everyone else... Ugh. What? Sorry for the delay, Kurt. Not at all. I've largely taken care of them as it is. Yeah, you sure do fast work. Though I'm more surprised to see that obstinate young lady finally came to her senses. When she was with this ice branch, she was more like a wild boar, always charging forward without stopping to take a look around her. It's Gundalf. You remember Gundalf, don't you? Yeah, he's just one of those random bracers who walks around the Liberl. I've always known she has what it takes to be an excellent bracer. She'd merely lost sight of something important, and needed to be put back on track. Given the opportunity, she was always perfectly capable of doing so. She'll be able to get much stronger than she is now that she's righted herself. I'm sure of that. To be young again. Quit acting like we're not even here! Kill them both! They're sure taking their time. The hell are they even doing? Now, there's no need to be so hasty. Capturing her isn't even necessary to the plan as far as I'm concerned. As soon as the noon bell chimes... True as that may be. Sure, that would invalidate the will and ensure she doesn't get all the money. But it also means you'd have to share it with everyone else. Which means our share will end up going down. I'd kinda like to avoid that if we can. Oh, don't you worry. We've got plenty of options. Remember, you're only dealing with a single young girl. What? Uncle? Why? Oh dear, what are you doing here, Aina? I keep telling you how dangerous it is to go venturing outside. And alone at that. You blind old man! She isn't here alone. Oh, I can see you. Getting in my way. It's like they don't even care if they kill Aina in the process. That wasn't a very good shot. I take it marksmanship isn't exactly your forte.
Sorry, sir.
Scheherazade. What is it? Let's just force our way through here. We don't have time to mess around. Got it. It's time to come along home, Aina. Everyone's waiting for you, you know?
Someone's been naughty.
Alright. Gonna try keeping the gentleman alive. Well, hopefully this goes well. Let's get rid of this guy. Come on. Alright. Priority's keeping my, my escort here alive, so we're gonna try to do that. There we go.
Oh, are we done already?
And we got a level. Not like it matters, but, got a level. What is the meaning of this? I paid good mirror to hire them, and this is the quality of service I receive? This has to be a breach of contract, surely. This isn't acceptable at all. I can barely bring myself to watch. I think it's time you took a little nap yourself. What are you doing? Is that all you're capable of? Reckless violence? What a poor upbringing you must have had. Uncle. I've got no interest in inheriting grandfather's land or his money. That's not why I've been running away from you, or doing any of what I've done. But much as I don't need it, I know I don't want you to have a single mirror of it either. I'm so sorry. Damn, that's gonna hurt in the morning. I sometimes really find myself doubting you're actually from a rich family like you say you are. How awful of you to say such a thing. I'd like to believe I act the part more than you, at least. What are you doing? What in Adios' name happened out here? You there, throw down your weapon at once. I'm from the Bracer Guild. What? The guild? Scheherazade showed the soldiers her junior bracer badge. So you're... Still, what's a bracer doing here? Her Majesty may have recognized the guild, but that doesn't make it all right for you to cause a commotion right outside the castle. I had reason to believe these people were responsible for numerous criminal acts within the capital. I knocked them out for the sake of peace and order in Grancel, and the safety of its people. So could you do me a favor and arrest them? I haven't covered that part yet.
Well, very well. Ordinarily, we'd be taking you away with us as well, but we'll let you off this time. You know what to do. Right. Still, while you may have gotten away without punishment this time, don't expect to be so lucky next time you try and overreach your authority. Protecting the capital is our job, and we'll show no mercy to anyone who causes trouble, bracer or otherwise.
Oh, is it? Cool. Can I ask another favor then? There's a bunch of their friends still in the city. You couldn't take care of those, could you? Of course, last I saw, Kurt was with them, so you probably won't have to lift a finger there either.
Urgh. You two, follow me. Sir.
Good job, General Morgan. I'll never get used to dealing with the army. What? Oh, I was just impressed by how much authority the Bracer badge wields. You were kind of cool. That was the first time I tried using my badge like that, I'll have you know.
But never mind my badge now. We're running out of time. We need to hurry.
Right. Whew, we're finally here. I can't believe a girl like you could actually keep up with me running full throttle. Anyway, get that paperwork done. Quickly. I'll be watching from here. Okay. I'll be as quick as I can then. Sign here and here and here and here. Also, initial here. I'm really happy for you, Aina. Congratulations. Sherazard? It looks like I need a witness to sign this. A witness? You wouldn't be willing, would you? Sure. If you're okay with me doing it. Of course I am, silly. In fact, I want it to be you. Then I'd be happy to. I never thought the day would come when I would be called as a witness for something like this. Or that the day would come when I'd be able to proudly say I was a senior bracer. Or that I would be able to feel overwhelmed with pride over something in the first place. The undersigned, Ina Holden, shall hereby inherit the property of Saul John Holden, as outlined in his last will and testament. Witness, Sherazard Harvey. Thank you, Sherazard. It's finally over. That's this request wrapped up, right? Actually, no. There's one more thing I need to do. We're still not done? Could you possibly bring me an application form? I'd like to make a donation to Her Majesty's Welfare Foundation. Aww. So that explains why she's not living in some big fancy home. And she's working for the Bracer Guild. Because she donated all of her money. What a sweetheart. And apparently she's always had an iron stomach. Cheers! I still can't believe you gave all of that money away. Okay, maybe you don't need all of it, but you still need some to live, right? I suppose you're right. What I did was a little strange. But I made up my mind to do this from the very beginning, as a matter of principle. When I said I didn't do any of this for the money, I meant it. Still, congratulations on becoming a senior bracer. I'm not sure what the difference between a senior and junior bracer is, but it's clear this is something you really worked for. It means I have a lot more authority, but I've got a lot more responsibility to go with it. It also means I get a nice new badge, but I wasn't ever interested in that personally. Oh, really? Yep. I'm relieved to hear that. I see you're finally beginning to understand the necessary mindset to become a bracer, Sherazard. Aw, crap, it's Kurt. This might look like alcohol to you, but it's actually water? As today is admittedly a cause for celebration, I will turn a blind eye to your drinking tonight. Just don't go drinking so much that it interferes with your ability to do your job. Fine. What is it? As you're fully aware, Sherazard, you are now a senior bracer, which means you must behave with more responsibility. That means I expect to see an end to you drinking in every free moment between jobs, day or night, and sneaking out at night for it too. I also expect to no longer discover that you've been taking advantage of the busiest times in my schedule to behave like a drunken lunatic. Is that really what you usually do, Scheherazade? You sound like a tried and true troublemaker. Don't say anything. Are we clear? Yes, sir. There's no need for the sir, of course. We're both senior bracers now, which means we're both on equal standing. Why, I'm hardly even a veteran. I'm still very much a rookie. Says who? Are you now? Regardless, this isn't what I'm here to discuss. The matter I came for concerns your uncle, Ina. I came to make you aware of the fact that the Bracer Guild is capable of asking for leniency in his punishment. Hiring a Jaeger Corps for personal use carries a very grave punishment, you see. A Jaeger Corps? Are you referring to those men dressed in black? Yes, they're one of many corps that are known to be active here in Liberl. Recently, there have been many such corps making their way into the country, and they've been successful in finding work, too. Hiring them, of course, very illegal, but with the army as slow to act as they currently are. I've taken this chance to take care of them, though, so we shouldn't see any signs of them in the near future. Take care of them? All of them? Now it makes sense. So it wasn't a coincidence that he showed up when he did. He's been investigating all the Jaeger Corps in Liberl, so that he has started an operation to wipe them all out? No wonder he seems so swamped. The Jaegers in this country have been targeting wealthy individuals in hope of getting them to sign contracts. There have been countless cases like this all across the country of late, with civilians getting caught up in it at a worrying frequency. Goodness. I believe the case we're dealing with here was no exception, in that it was the Jaegers who came to your uncle, rather than the other way around. It's hard to feel too much sympathy under these circumstances, but in a sense, your uncle was a victim in all of this as well. What? What are you trying to pull? Just because the Jaegers approached him, and not the other way around, he's a victim? That he deserves to get off with a slap on the wrist? And Ina's supposed to be okay with that? He tried to kill her! Shara, please calm down. There's no need to shout. I'm sorry, but still. No one is saying he doesn't deserve to be punished for his actions. All I'm here to say is that if, and only if, Ina wishes, the guild is able to request leniency in his sentencing. That is all. Oh. You scared me for a minute. You needn't make your decision immediately. Questioning him will take roughly a week as it is, based on what I've heard. You bear no responsibility to even make any choice at all, so please don't feel as though you have to think long and hard about this. Just please be aware that the possibility to forgive him exists. That is all. Alright. Incidentally, should you ever find yourself in need of assistance with anything in the future, the Bracer Guild is always available to aid you. We're certainly not omnipotent or infallible, but we'll at least strive to do what we can to aid those who want our help. Thank you. I'm really sorry for not telling you the whole story from the start, too. Please don't be. With the situation you are in, your reluctance is quite understandable. Furthermore, one who is worthy of being a full-fledged bracer should be able to tell roughly what a client wants, just from looking at them. They should also not, under any circumstances, try to chase away a potential client in genuine need. Ouch. I've still got a long way to go then, huh? Certainly. But don't we all? Alright, I've said what I've came to say, so I'll be excusing myself now. Aw, really? You could stand to join us for one drink. I'm afraid not. I still have my duties as guild receptionist remaining after all. As for you, Shara, be careful you don't have too much water. Oh, jeez. Kurt really laid into her. Ah, crud. Why's he always gotta be so serious? Oh, actually, how about you, Ina? Can you handle your liquor? If you can, you should join me for a few drinks. Well, alright then. You're sure? Really? Really sure? Of course. You've done so much for me, so how could I refuse? Joining you for a few drinks is the least I can do. And let's get to boozing. Tonight's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what a prim and proper girl like her looks like when she's drunk out of her mind. Oh, Shara, no. Oh, baby, why? This is gonna be awesome. Well, cheers. I'd seen girls just like her on the other side of that river. Silky blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, smooth skin. The blessed, blissful children on the other side, dressed like royalty and smiling like angels. Seeing them, I asked myself the same question over and over again. Why aren't I on that side? I envied them. I hated them. I both longed to be one of them and rejected their very existence. I knew the answer to my question from the very beginning. I despaired in myself. I always tried to avoid others getting too close, believing that to be what I needed to do in order to live. But I could never completely get rid of the tiny, lingering hope deep within my heart. That eventually, no matter how long it took, the day would finally come when I could smile from the heart. That the day would come when I would finally be able to accept and forgive myself for how I was. The next day, Ina visited the Bracer Guild and registered her desire for her uncle to be shown leniency in his sentencing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to accompany her, having been drunk under the table by her the night before. Side story. Client. Finished. And you get the Heaven's Eye Quartz for this. And a nice little chunk of Mira there. See? That moon door might have been long, but that was actually, like, fun. Because you got to, like, run around and actually do things in between. Rather than just, like, hunt down the worst character in the game over and over again. Oops.
Seems you.
What am I doing? Alright, if I remember correctly, I think I also have enough battles for this door, so let's go ahead and check this one out as well. Star Door number 2 at the Grancel Cathedral. Should you wish to be deemed worthy, struggle through 100 battles. Only then shall the door open. Luckily for me, I've done so already. I shall grant you a memory fragment, and my blessing. Enclosed is a report on the damage dealt to the former Principality of North Ambria by the Salt Pale. Also contained within is research on the Pale itself. Holy City of Arteria, Congregation for the Sacraments. Salt Pale Research Report by Rias Argent. Date, December 31st. I hereby present this report to you, Your Holiness, ever at the side of the goddess. This report contains classified information, and may only be read by those with the clearance to do so. Certain sections of the utmost secrecy have also been blacked out. Progression of events after the Pale's appearance. July 1st, 1178, 5:45 a.m. An urgent report came in from Halias Cathedral in the then Principality, now a state, of North Ambria in northern Zemuria. It stated that a giant white pillar, so tall it appears to kiss the clouds, had appeared on the outskirts of the city. Bishop Alexei, the one who sent the report, behaved as if extremely unsettled by what was happening.
By urgent order of the committee, 2 knights of the Gralsritter, the 8th Dominion, aka the Roaring Lion, and a squire, both of whom were working on another mission in a nearby nation, were dispatched to perform a formal investigation. They hurried to the scene via the 8th Merkaba unit. Please note that the Merkabas had only recently been put into use by this point. So they had airships roughly 25 years before the start of the series? Okay, that makes some sense. They arrived promptly, and at 6:22 a.m., this is what they saw. Enclosed is a photograph of the object now known as the Salt Pail. Of the object. At this point, however, it was far larger than the term pail would suggest. It was more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of arge into the air. The 2 knights provided the following observation regarding the situation on their arrival. We were met by a mighty hailstorm blowing in our direction from Haliask, or so it appeared at first, until we eventually realized that the storm contained not ice, but salt. The object's surface is completely covered with salt, making it impossible to tell what it may actually look like underneath. The surrounding air has become powdered salt, and it falls to the ground like snow falling on a tundra. The spread of that solidification process was startlingly rapid, and the affected area spread in the blink of an eye. By the time the Gralsritter arrived, the entire landscape of the capital had turned to salt, and the lives of many who lived there, like the aforementioned Bishop Alexei, had already been lost. Keep in mind, this happened in 37 minutes. Yet, the spread did not stop there. A day after the salt pail first appeared, a vast coniferous forest zone north of the capital crystallized and collapsed. Bridges also collapsed, rendering all the main highways out of the city unusable. Please note, by this point, then ruler Prince Balmond had already fled the country to a nearby nation. 2 days passed since the Pale's appearance. By this point, roughly half of the entire principality had become a sea of salt. Countless refugees had fled to the southern side of the country because the River Grieve stood between it and the affected area. Finally, 3 days after the Pale's appearance, the solidifying process stopped at dawn. As a result, the knights were able to advance on the capital of Haliask with the hope of investigating the Salt Pale. That afternoon, they finally reached it. But what they found looked completely different from how the Pale had before when they first arrived in Northumbria. In the center of the solidified area, they found an object that was a mere 2.5 arch in height. Its surface was no longer blanketed in salt. Rather, it looked as if something had been carved out of it. It is now believed that the Pale's mass decreased as the solidification process progressed. In its smaller state, the Pale had lost its power to turn swaths of the country to salt, but its ability to solidify was still very much intact. Anything that touched it, even for a millisecond, was instantaneously turned into salt. It was of the utmost importance to handle it with care. In order to complete the mission without physical contact, the Gralsritter required the use of the sacred tool Gleipnir, which was delivered to them from the High Seat in Arteria. Since then, it has been kept closely sealed away, deep within the High Seat in Arteria. Still, while the recovery mission was ultimately deemed a success, the damage already caused was equally vast and significant. No damage to the surrounding nations was reported, but it resulted in the destruction of 3 of the 5 administrative districts of the Principality, including its capital. Over a third of the total population, along with travelers from elsewhere, lost their lives. This is to say nothing of the emotional damage caused. Due to its sudden outbreak, the hearts of Northumbria's people were overwhelmed with fear and uncertainty. From a humanitarian and a religious perspective, a swift response from the Septian Church was all but necessary. The decision was made to dispatch personnel to the region right away, and upon arrival,
They set about rebuilding the damaged churches and healing of both the physical and mental wounds of the people. Those who were left orphaned in the crisis were taken into gospel facilities, where they would be cared for until adulthood. The northern region of the country, which had been turned entirely to salt, was placed under the church's control. It has been a restricted area ever since. Supplementary notes. After some time, the country's former leader, Prince Balmund, attempted to rebuild the government. But given that he had fled the country during its hour of need, caring only for himself and not his people, all authority he once had was gone. The following year, the country's people led an armed uprising, and the Principality of Northumbria was no more. Eventually, elections were held, and the country became a democracy, thus bringing about the birth of the autonomous state we know of now. This was also when the former Principality's armed forces reformed as a vigilante corps. Given the extreme poverty of the state, however, the majority of said corps considered gathering foreign currency to be of the utmost importance. This is how the large-scale Jaeger Corps known as the Northern Jaegers were first established. As a side note to the side note, we first met the Northern Jaegers in this game. They were helping escort the guy on the Lusitania, Conrad or whatever his name was. As far as the rest of Zemuria is concerned, this is where the tale of the Salt Pail ends. But a number of very important questions still remains unanswered. Perhaps the most obvious of these is where it came from. Despite the considerable size of the object, and that it appeared on the outskirts of a populated city, no information is available regarding the moment it first appeared. The most popular theory is that its appearance was due to something akin to spatial translocation, but no hard evidence exists to support this or any other theory. Of more importance, however, is its positioning in the teachings of the Septian Church. The pail is clearly different in nature to artifacts, and appears to be a more fundamental manifestation of the goddess's power of creation, committee report. With the limits of our knowledge at present, this is as far as we can get to the truth. There are some who have proposed that it may be one of the Septarians, but no evidence has been found in legend or scripture to support this belief. Nevertheless, these questions and many others need answering, and the Congregation for the Sacraments continues to study the salt pail to this day. The most accepted proposal comes from those who believe the pail should be seen as nothing more than a gift from Adios, and they continue to consider various means for her church to make good use of it. That he does. The most realistic of these plans is using it in the manufacture of a sacred tool used for execution. Parts of the pail are cut away using high-pressure water, and then surrounded with a cylinder made from salt crystal, allowing them to be fired directly into the target, without requiring the user to make direct contact. Should the bolt make successful contact with the human target, their whole body would turn to salt, killing them in mere seconds. There are no known means for reversing or stopping the process. This approach does not come without flaws. It seems unwise to be careless with an object we still do not understand the true nature of, for one thing. There are also humanitarian concerns with executing someone in this manner. Still, it does bear mentioning that should there ever be a case where a target needs to be eliminated without fail, this would be the most surefire way to carry it out. As we can tell, we've seen someone get salted, and it does seem very irreversible, very dangerous, and very deadly. It should go without saying that research on it is intended to continue into the future. Yep, I bet. Appendix regarding the aforementioned sacred tool. Trial use of the sacred tool. Top secret work only. Permission granted to use in the execution of redacted. Redacted date. Used in the execution of redacted. Fired from bowgun. Results were extremely favorable. No damage was caused to the surrounding areas. The target was also successfully erased. Appendix. About the target. The target, redacted, was orphaned by the salt pail when it first appeared. A brief history of redacted is as follows. Year 1180, joins the Septian Church. 1185, joins the Congregation for the Sacraments as an official. 1190, promoted to bishop. 1195, declared a heretic and excommunicated from the church. Side story. The salt pail finished. Yeah, that's 100% wise, man. Which shows that he was a member of the church, when he was mucking about during the 100 Years' War. And that they only realized about 3 years afterwards. Yeah, and just some interesting backstory stuff. Yep, he was affiliated with the church. So, you know, just so you know where they stand. So, I don't have Moon Door 4 yet because I don't have Estelle. And I don't have Sun Door 2 because I don't have Estelle. But other than that, I'm all cut up on doors. So, yeah. I'm going to take a small little break here, just to go to the bathroom and such. But I will be back. I'm going to do some more streaming. I'm just, this is a good point to just split up the video, which is why I'm just taking a quick little stop here. So, I'll see you guys in like 5-10 minutes or so. So, yeah. Again, I'll just plug this on YouTube. Watch stuff. Subscribe. Comment. Do all those things. Mwah! And I'll be back in a bit.